Alright, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm in Thailand. We're doing a video out in Thailand and I'm doing a full explanation video. I'm telling you guys how to execute and enter your own trades using your own trades or our signals. I'm telling you how you're able to set up your Fibonacci retracement tool, just the proper way of setting it up, as there's not many videos on YouTube actually explaining how to properly set it up. And then I'm also explaining the prop firm rule. This is a prop firm rule which I use myself. This prop firm rule is overall very important to become successful in trading in the long term. And then I'm also going to include towards the end of the video a full in-depth breakdown trade of one of the trades we took this week. I'm going to explain it in full depth and detail. Right, I'm going to quickly mention about our signals room. So I'm yet to see someone doing it like us. There is no one doing it like us. We're on a 9-week win streak. Members are hitting withdrawals every single week. They're sending me screenshots every day of them hitting and smashing TPs. I'm putting it into the free group. I'm showing you guys that the members are hitting. I'm pulling in like 50 to 100 Gs a month. Easy gains inside of the signals room. Look, I'll just scroll through the group now and you can see that you can even backtest our signals where we put it into the group. Look, first TP smashed, scroll up again, massive gains. Every day, look, massive gains, second TP smashed, first TP smashed. Obviously, we take small losses, but we take big wins. Our risk management is on point. And look, as you can see, I'll leave a link down below in this video for you guys. You click that link down below. The prices in the signals room are going to be going up, so secure your seat now and I'll see you inside. Here we got my FTMO account. It's one of two 200k accounts. I got max allocation with FTMO. So this is the symbol you want to trade on FTMO. It's called US 100. So you got the market order there. You can set your stop loss. This is on MT4, and then you can also set your take profit very easily just on the MT4 app. Alright, so once you've logged into your broker, you've logged into TradeAvate, which is your TopStep account. So when you pay for your TopStep account, you want to select TradeAvate as your broker. It's the #1 broker to use. You can connect it to TradingView, it's a lot easier. To execute your orders, say you're going long, you're going to use 2 contracts going long. Say you got 150k account, 2 contracts, pretty standard. If you've built up a buffer on your funded account, then you can use 2 contracts, risking 750 to 1,000 a trade. You built up yourself like a 5k buffer, so you got a 9.5k drawdown. So say you was to go long, the market's closed at the moment, so it won't execute, but I've logged into my TopStep funded account, 150k account, and basically you want to execute market order long. Once you've executed the market order long, you'll be obviously executed long here, and then you would set a sell stop. This will be your stop loss. So say you have running a stop of 25 points, your stop would be at this level. This is not actually a trade we would take. I'm just putting an example, just trying to explain the entry process on how to actually execute a trade. So say we're running a 25 handle stop, you run your stop at 18,538. So then you would just type in 18,538 and then you would click sell stop, and then your sell stop would be running here and your entry would be here. And say you want to take partials, you would do a sell limit, and your sell limit, say your first TP is at, say that just this buy side level here, that's your first TP. You'd run it at 18,606, so then you just type in 18,606 and then you do 1. So you'd be selling one of your contracts here, and then if you want to move your stop to break even after your first TP's been hit, then it's as simple as you would see the stop at the bottom, you just drag it up into where your entry is. You can drag it and then click modify order, and then change your sell stop from 2 contracts to 1, because now you've sold 1 contract at your first TP. You want to change your stop, because if you don't change your stop from 2 to 1, if it came down and took you back out at break even, then it would actually trigger you short. So you don't want that. So you want to edit your stop, and then for your final TP, you'd run it, say you're running it at this buy side level here, the final buy side, it would be at 626, and it's as simple as that. You type in 626 and then your sell limit would be filled there, and then you just sit back and let your trade play out. Alright, so when you're setting up your Fibonacci retracement, it's as simple as this basically. So what you want to do, here's the settings for my Fib retracement. So the settings you want to use for your Fib is here. So select this one, and this one, 0, 0.62 and 1, and then 0.5, 0.79, and it will give you this. You can set whatever colors you like, doesn't really matter to be honest. I set 0.62 as blue because that's the optimal trade entry, and it's as simple as that. Okay, so first of all, you want to decide which prop firm you're going to use. I'm with 3 different prop firms personally. I'm with TopStep, Apex Trader Funding, and FTMO. So these 2 prop firms, Apex and TopStep, they're both for futures only, and then FTMO is for Forex only. And they also do cover like US 100, which I'm going to get into. Personally, I mostly recommend using TopStep as my favorite prop firm to use for futures. I've done many payouts with TopStep, and also I've done many payouts with Apex Trader Funding as well. However, with Apex there is a lot of rules and there is a trailing drawdown. There's a lot more things which go into Apex which put them at a disadvantage compared to TopStep, such as once you're funded with Apex, you need to trade with them for around 3 months until you can actually withdraw the whole balance on your account. Otherwise, each payout is every 2 weeks with Apex, and you're only able to withdraw 2k at a time. So say you have a 300k account and you're up 30 Gs, you can only withdraw 2k every 2 weeks, which is pretty stupid, to be honest. Which basically means that you need to wait 3 months, be profitable with Apex for 3 months until you can actually withdraw the whole balance. That's the only downsides to trading with Apex. However, they do run sales all the time, so you'll be able to pick up, say, a 50k account for almost like $15 or something. So if you're trying to get into prop firms cheap, then Apex is the way to go. But if you're trying to do it properly and go with a prop firm which is one of the best in the game, then TopStep is the one for you. You can get a 50k account with them for only $49 and pass it within probably 1 to 2 weeks, either using your own trades. Our signals, you can pass it within a week with good risk management. And then with FTMO, for a lot of people coming to me trading on Forex prop firms, it's not a problem. You can trade NAS 100 or US 100. So executing our trades using NAS 100 or US 100, the only difference is that NAS 100, US 100 is priced differently. It's priced differently. So when I put the signal into the group to say to go long on NQ1 and I put it at a certain price, you may then look at US 100 and be like, oh, but the price is different. Yeah, the price is different. It's priced out by around $30 to $40. It's the difference between futures and US 100, because US 100 isn't futures. Yeah, so when you're trading using US 100 compared to NQ1, what you want to do is have TradingView up on your screen, and then when I put the entry in to say that we're going long, then you'd mark the entry, mark the first TP, the final TP, and a stop on TradingView on NQ1, and then manually execute your trades through, say, your MT4, MT5 on US 100. So say we go long on NQ1, then you go long on US 100, and then when the first TP's hit, then you manually edit your US 100 position and also manually edit your stop on your US 100 position. Say you move it to break even, first TP's been hit, you close 60% of your position, and then you let it ride to the final TP, or we get stopped out at break even. And it's as simple as that. So yeah, if you're still with a Forex prop firm like FTMO, it's still not a problem. You can still trade using Forex prop firms, just trading the US 100 symbol. But it's a lot easier to execute using TopStep, as you can connect it to TradingView and it makes everything a lot more easier. So here's a prop firm rule which I use personally myself. So I've got multiple funded accounts. I'm currently $2.15 million in dollars funding over 3 different prop firms: Apex, TopStep, and FTMO. So the 1% rule is basically as simple as this. So you use 80% of your funded accounts. So say you got 10 accounts, you use 8 of them accounts on the 1% rule. So you have 8 300k accounts. You trade them up until they are up 1%. Once your funded accounts are up 1%, then you wait until your payout, and then you submit for your payout. And then once that arrives, then you can continue trading them again. But once they're up 1%, you stop trading them and you move on to the other 20% of your accounts, so your other 2 high risk accounts. So this is what I call my high risk accounts. You trade them until your payout day. It's as simple as that. You keep trading them, regardless if they're up 20 Gs, they're up 30 Gs. You still keep trading them until it comes to payout day. And then your 1% rule accounts is like your guaranteed funds. So you're up 1%, yeah, you stop trading them and you've secured yourself easy. Say you even only have like 5 300k accounts. With Apex, you can get up to 20 300k accounts. So say you have 5 300k and you're up 1%. 1%'s three grand. So that means you'll be up 15k submitting for a payout just off 5 accounts. So it's that simple. That's the 1% rule. And just briefly going over the macro times, because I get a lot of people asking me day in and day out, what's the macro times? So the main macro times that we actually trade is the New York AM session. It has the highest probability of the setup playing out like perfectly because there's a lot of liquidity at that time. The London session doesn't have a lot of liquidity majority of the time. If I was to trade the London session, it would only be after Wednesday because Monday and Tuesday we usually have poor price action either way. Wednesday towards going to the end of the week, then we usually have a lot more volatility and price action's a lot cleaner. So the London session's from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. That's when you look for your entries, and then the New York AM session macro starts at 9:40 a.m. to 10:10. But personally, I wait for 9:50. The 9:50 to 10:10 a.m. macro is the main macro which you look for your entries in the New York AM session. The second macro in the AM session, though, there is two macros. So you have that one, and then you also have the 10:50 to 11:10 macro. That's also a macro which you want to look at. So if you don't get a setup between the 9:50, 10:10, then have a look at the 10:50, 11:10, and you'll probably find a setup there. And then for the New York PM session, it's from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. New York local time, and that's where you would look for your entries during the PM session. Say you had a poor morning session, you can expect a pretty decent afternoon session with some volatility and you'll find some decent setups. Alright, here I'm going to do a quick breakdown of the trade we took yesterday inside of the signals room. So going into the New York session, obviously we wait for the macro times of 9:50 to 10:10. So I marked out this minor buy side level at 46.275, and I also marked out the sell side liquidity at 942 at the bottom. So once I've marked out this buy side and sell side, I then waited until the macro for these levels to get swept. But going on to the 5-minute time frame, I also marked out this 5-minute bearish, which rests at the 0.62 retracement level. So if you do a quick fib retracement from this high to this low, you can see that the fib retracement level is of 0.62 is here, so just quickly mark that out. So when you get a sweep of buy side, you can look for price to come to 0.62 level and then retrace back sharply. Alright, so we have our 0.62 fib retracement there, and we also have a 5-minute bearish fair value gap just above buy side. So let's see what we get going into the macro session. There you go. As you can see, buy side has now been swept going into the macro of 9:50, 10:10. So you're going to quickly mark that out on the chart. And you can also see that price came to this 0.62 fib retracement level. So buy side's been swept, it's come to the 0.62 fib, it's then retraced back below buy side. And if you go onto the 5-minute time frame, you can see that price respected the 5-minute bearish fair value gap also. And then a displacement, which we was looking for, would be below this level. It hasn't created any short-term lows here, so this would be the displacement level here. So we look for a price to displace through this level and leave a fair value gap behind for us to enter off. Alright, so now you can see that price is displaced below this level and it's left a fair value gap. However, this fair value gap here is not one which we took inside the signals group. We entered off this one here because this fair value gap offers a poor risk to reward and our stop would still be valid. So we didn't enter there, we actually entered off here. So as you can see, if you mark out this fair value gap, you can see that price comes back into this fair value gap. There you go. It triggered us short off this gap here, and then we went short here. I put it inside the signals group. We ran our stop just above this fair value gap here, so it's a valid stop, and then we put our final TP at the lows. Our first TP was at 25 handles, which is at this level here. So we ran our first TP at this minor sell side liquidity and our final TP at the lows. See how this trade plays out. And there you go. So first TP got hit, and then we set our stops to break even. And then yeah, it comes to around 11 a.m. and then our final TP didn't get hit. So you would have actually closed out, it comes to 11 a.m. end of macro time, then you would have closed out your trade regardless whether it hit final TP or stopped you at a break even. Inside the signals room, we got our first TP of 27.75 handles, and then we moved our stop to, we didn't actually move it to break even, we moved it to around 36.50, which was around here. So price came up and took us out in a profit. So we actually made around 35 handles. It was quite a poor morning session. It wasn't the best price action, but we still secured an easy 35 handle gain. And that leaves us at 9 weeks running in a profit. And then for anyone else who was still in the trade and didn't move their stop and left it at break even, you would have just closed out here anyway, because it's the end of macro and it never actually hit the final TP. And that's pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video actually benefited you. If you got any suggestions for our next video, just drop a comment below and I will include it into the next video. Off the last video, a lot of people left some comments. They messaged me and said they wanted this in the next video, so I included it. So just drop a comment and I'll try and get it into the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys